Right, yeah.
Right, so you come at the right place to figure out, not figure out, but to know who he is, right? So you don't know already, but it's to confirm what it is you know now. Because sometimes, alright, if it is you know something and you can't prove it to somebody, you understand? They will look like, like you already sure what you're saying and thing now. So you have to be able to prove what you're saying.
Now why these days I looking up at the military
Because
Google and then
one nation of people went through slavery, right?
yeah.
What people was it?
I ain't sure. Can't recall right now.
So you can see who just went through these things, right? And they will get romance 11 and
Genesis 7 and verse 6, it says, For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the Mosai saying these are holy people, right? What holy means? Holy means set apart, right? Right? Everything have an opposite thing. Hot have cold. Warm have cool. You understand? Don't have evil, right? It's the opposite of them, right?
Yeah.
Right. Right. If you're in the sun, the opposite of that is to be in a shizzy, right? Right. So read this again.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
So we are holy means set apart. You can't be amongst the same thing, but then saying you're holy. Right? But people who the holy ones and them don't dwell among sinners and them, right? That don't make no sense that you know who he is. You change your way, you turn away, you repent from what you're doing, but you still lying amongst the same bad boys and them. Still doing the same thing. So, you understand? You can't be mixing and mingling with sin and then saying you're serving God. It makes sense here, right?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. So that's why the Mosai say for thou, meaning for thou, the Israelites and them.
Right? For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Right, so he chose who? The Israelites and them, right? Did Christ come to everybody?
No.
Right, so if he didn't come to everybody, right? He come to the chosen ones, right?
Yeah.
Which is the Israelites and them, right? You just hold it on, you know, Matthew 15 verse 24. Right? We'll continue to finish out this.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen
So
thee
he chose the Israelites and them.
to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right, so he chose the Israelites and them to be a special people above everybody on the face of the earth. Right? So if you are above something or above our next man, say you're on a job site, let me just use this idea, right? You're on a job site. The worker is the same as the foreman, or the foreman above the worker. Which one? Not in that term, I mean the foreman. Yeah, more say that
He
be higher, right?
Yeah, he was
Right, so Musa is showing you here that we higher than the other nations of people on them. Right? So who could be higher than the foreman now is the boss, right? So it shows it a rank, right? It's a order, right? Same thing with the Mosai with the nations on the face of the earth. Right? We are the highest form of human beings on the face of the earth. Meaning better than every other nation on them, right? But because
I will count myself knowing that
we will prove it.
to do.
Yeah.
I better than anyone.
Right, but we will prove it in the Bible, right?
Yeah. I still do
So bring us out different.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, so Moses said he wasn't Yahushua, you know him as Jesus, right? So I thought he was not sent. But unto who?
The lost sheep of the house of
He
Israel.
only sent to the Israelites and them, right? Which is our chosen people and people above all other nations of people, right? If Moses only dealing with one nation of people, when you have like it going on, right? So like you have about 70 pair of different shoes and thing, right? You have one that you like the most. You put that separate. You ain't want nothing really touch that shoes, right? The others and them you might have something to run around in savannah, something to go to work with. You ain't really treasure that as so you go treasure this particular shoes here. This is special occasions, right? Right. That's how I just draw the example to show, right? The Most High make all nations are people, right? But you have particular people that he choose and separate them from the rest. They're above the rest. They're higher than anybody else, right? If it is you're going, say like you're trying my job.
No.
Right. When you today or tomorrow you get say a child or 2 children or whatever it is, right? You would say keep a little something for the child or whatever it is, right? Would you let the other child and them have that same thing as them, or you would give them something a little more special and you would buy certain things for the other child and them?
So, right. So what are they?
Alright. If you have your children, right?
Yeah.
You would say like you keep a little something home by you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you buy things for your children and them, and then you buy things to give for other people's children, right? But the things that you buying for other people's children be the same thing that you go buy for these here. You treat yours more special, right?
Yeah.
Because them is yours,
Yeah.
right? So that means you, these here that you have here, to you treat them better than how you would treat the rest, right?
Yeah, my triangle.
Right, because why?
Yeah.
Most High, they set a standard. Everything have standards, right? Bring this up.
Right, so these Proverbs 16 and verse 4. So it says, the Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Right, so as the brother was going to, the Lord made everybody how he want them to be made, right? Like even the wicked, right? You, right, once you keep the commandments and things and righteous, you better than the wicked. So nothing wrong with saying, you know, well, I this or I that, or there's one people better than other people, right? Because what should they, right? Watch these white people and these other races, right? They would try to seem like if they better than we and have more intelligence and all these things, right?
Yeah.
You see what
Even
these?
in churches too.
Yeah, even in churches, right? So don't come next to the when it's called the priest or whatever, because you know
Yeah.
they can't be holy and
Right.
thing, right?
Even with the right here in Trinidad, right? How we living according to everybody. We people living above, we live equal to them, or we under, we are the lowest paying jobs, or how we living?
Me know that, as I say, I know searching and thinking and
Trying to
So,
find out,
know
right?
myself.
Yeah, to find out,
Yeah.
right?
I can't really study all them time or studying focus on me right now.
No, what we trying to show you.
I'm finding myself with a relationship with the Creator and Jesus, and I was like, right now I'm not really able to answer certain questions.
Yeah,
that-
but we understand that, right? But that's what we should train in this, right? If you look in society where we people is, right? We supposed to be above because we, as you say,
the thing
we
is,
see
people
Israelites,
that
right?
few people out there that it's really hard to find around. I so far, based on my lifestyle that I live in, and I go through this Trinidad, I don't really feel like it's good people in it.
We feel like it are good people,
Yeah,
right?
I never see somebody like myself out there.
But you see brothers who come to bring the good word out there, right?
Well, yeah,
Right. So
I say few, no. I ain't say well all
no.
thing,
Right.
no, but
Now
I say
you
few.
understand that, right? So we going on get Deuteronomy 1 and 1. You get 1 and
Based on
28
my
and
things
2.
I going through out there.
Right? So as we say earlier on, right? Then we find out. Right, and we're going to show you why don't have no togetherness amongst one nation of people. Because you see, the Indians and those come together and get things done, right? The Chinese man does come together and the other goes here, one hand goes here across the road thing, but no fight amongst them, right? When you watch we people, always some kind of animosity and some kind of, right? But we going and read about the Israelites and them here, right? Because you say, you know he's an Israelite, but you just can't prove it, right? So you go and read concerning the Israelites and them, right? So when we read this, I will you tell me who people fit this according to the background that we bringing out, right? You'll get Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
Which part all of it?
We just be here on Saturdays from 10 o'clock. Sometimes we just be down in Port of Spain, right? And bring this up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Right, so Moses spake these words to the Israelites, right? Showing you that Deuteronomy was written to the Israelites, right? Right.
On this side Jordan in the wilderness.
Right, so that's the point, right? That I wanted to get, right? Deuteronomy was written to one nation and people, right? Which is the Israelites and them, right? Read this verse.
This Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the face of the earth.
And so it says, and it shall come to pass, it will happen, right? If thou shalt hearken diligently, if you pay full attention, that's like how you try to see the truth. This is what it's saying, right? Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. This is why we are showing you this now here, right? In living conditions that we in, right? We're not on top, right? We are at the bottom right now because the Indians them have it more in Trinidad, them is going pro and we and all these different things, right? The white man, the Chinese man who come down here, the people working in the grocery, everything, right? So we are under them, right? So what they're showing you is that if we keep the commandments, most likely going to set we above the nations and so we would have be higher in them to work for you, right? But you see not it's reverse, right? So bring up verse 15.
Right, so he's Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
At first is a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah.
I don't know, I just say about it.
A bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Right, so a blessing is something that's good, right? The opposite of a blessing is a curse, right? As I say earlier on, the opposite to everything, right? Right, so.
But it shall come to pass, if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
So let me show you where you read it from, right?
and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, so it says, but it shall come to pass, right? If thou shalt not hearken, meaning if we don't listen. And my verse 1 is say, if you listen, you get everything, you rule in everything. Then I'm showing you here now. If it is we don't listen, right? Do not hearken unto the voice thy Lord, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes. Statutes mean what he stand for, right? And commandments this day, that all these curses. So if you don't listen, you're going to have to be as a cursed nation of people, right? You will be ruling everything, we will be cursed, right? Well, the Israelites and them here will be cursed, right? Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. How will people living in the city as far as you see it? They have hatred towards one another, we fighting on one another. If a man selling a little bit of fruits here and you selling something here, you'll see a man selling a man to doing something or calling the police to try and move or something like that, right? You'll see the Chinese and them, a Chinese man have a grocery here, you have a next one have a grocery across the road, no animosity at all, right? Right, so it's showing you how the Israelites and them, if they keep the commandments, they're going to rule over everything. And if they don't keep it,
What about prophets on it?
we will go into that, right? Then we clarify this point here first. Right, verse 17. So shall be thy basket and thy store. Right? The same thing. We don't have much. Everything that we have now is because somebody coming to try and take it away from us. Right? This is how we go down to 54. You'll get 64.
I don't want my mind on exercise.
That's about 3 or 4 more verses, right? Read this,
Right, verse 54. Right? So it says, so that a man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
Right, so it said the Israelites and them will have an evil eye towards one another, right? Who would you say out of all people you see on the face of the earth, or race of people you see, have an evil and wicked eye towards one another? The Indians, the Chinese, the white
I
man.
mean, I not here to criticize nobody,
No, we trying to.
because I know within this thing is spirit towards them thing is not normal. If what they're doing is spirit side, more
Right.
spiritual.
But what race is he? Like right here, you should not kill not one another.
Nobody on the face of you.
We're not criticizing nobody, you know. We trying to.
No,
Remember,
I just sit down because I will not time to watch this one or that one or the next one. I want everybody to change them. I want everybody to serve God them. Pay that way.
right, but we trying to figure out.
I just bypass all the evil and still see good in people.
Right. What we trying to figure out here, right? We reading Deuteronomy 28, right? It's showing you who the Israelites is, right?
Yeah.
So we trying to figure out now when we reading this, who this fit, right? It's not about watching nobody or whatever it is, right? Who would you say have an evil eye towards the own?
I won't say that because I still think that I know.
Just early on, we people have a hatred towards one another.
Yeah.
Right, so,
I will African people.
right. So you'll say this fit so-called Africans, right?
Yeah.
Right. Read this 64 for me.
This is the book of
One
Deuteronomy.
more verse after this.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Right, so the Israelites don't get scattered because they don't keep the commandments, right?
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Right, they're going to give the Israelites and them now religion, right? The Israelites didn't know about religion, all they know is to serve their God, right? Read this here.
Right, these Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. It says, And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Being in bondage again, right? With ships. How we people get scattered throughout the four corners of the earth through slavery, by slave ships, right? Right.
By the way whereof I speak unto thee,
Exactly how the Mosai say it. Continue.
thou shalt see no more again,
That is exactly what's going to happen, right? So we won't see the homeland again, right?
and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And nobody going on free. You want to be sold to but as bondmen, meaning slave men and slave women, and nobody going free from that captivity, right? So who would say when
we
you
will say about from Matthew to Revelation. So what about Matthew to Revelation?
they mean like
How about from Matthew to Revelation? Because most I think, now as I said, I now learning. So I reach this level to explain and speak, I still learning.
right. But what we're trying to show you, brother, as you say earlier on, you say is that Israelite, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we're showing you that the Israelites and
I'm
them.
feeling not either Israelites, either
Right.
prophet. So I want to keep asking people first.
Right. We can't jump
I still
from
searching.
right. If we're searching, we have to try and find out who he is first. Right? So this is what we're trying to show you here. Right? When you read Deuteronomy 28, it's showing you who the Israelites
I
and
don't
them
feel
is.
either Israelites again. Come to that. I don't feel.
Why wouldn't feel as I again?
No.
So who people went through slavery
I
and all
will
these
say
things.
thing, you know, but remember everybody's had a different understanding, but as I say again, I ain't reached the level to explain and teach yet. I learning myself right now.
Alright, we putting into you that you had to go out and teach, showing you
No,
who the Israelites and
we
them
come
is.
into is something that I have to something that I ain't really sure, I ain't sure now, and it affect me. So I ain't really gonna go down that road.
Yeah, but again, but
So that, okay, whatever the brothers say to teach your kings, so just listen to what they're saying.
I look to them, I have to, I look to them. I look to them.
alright. What we read in Deuteronomy 28 so far, right? That the Israelites will be going through this different thing. They don't keep the
Yeah,
commandments.
I can understand back to run and thing. Next time, like for my mind, or then who I really doing this, but I stop thinking of other things and just doing on and on and on and on and on. I don't really understand.
Alright, brother.
So I enjoy the balance of it.
Yeah, alright, brother.
You take it off?